Hey, this is Max. Welcome back to another CSR2 video. I'm here with the Supercar Science event, and I just want to talk a little bit about it as to what I think about this event and its difficulties and potential issues for everyone who's trying to get through it. Let's first talk about these lock-ins. Okay, there are 6 of them, so this is a long event. The good news here is, at least in the beginning lock-ins, in fact, all 5 lock-ins, what it looks like is you can pretty much use any Koenigsegg, right? Except for Shax's Agera, of course. So if you already have 4 or 5 of them, which I do, you actually potentially can get through the event without having to acquire the Gemera, which I don't know how that's going to come. There's different speculations. But if you look at each lock-in, it seems the owned cars I have available always number above 5, which means I guess theoretically, oops, I jumped to 4 instead of 3. But theoretically, I can get through this event with the cars already in my garage as long as I build them. But that is the actual issue here. Up to lock-in 5, it looks like while the Gemera may be used, it's not necessarily needed. Same thing goes for this goals package, but notice all the older ones are available for each one. And then the last lock-in, you have to use the event card, the prize card you get to finish the event. But let's go take a look at that first. Is it worth it to finish the event by building another Koenigsegg after you've already spent every ounce of fusions on 5 different Koenigsegg's? My feeling is the 10 extra gold keys, the 1,000 tokens, you have to make a judgment call. How much is that worth to you? Because you know it's going to cost you 6 million cash. It's going to cost you fusions. And we don't know how difficult this is going to be either. So, you know, speed traps particularly is extremely upgrade dependent. And therefore, if your absolute is not built nicely, I have a feeling it's not going to make the speed traps that easily. So, with these kind of 80 race events, generally it starts to get tough right around race 60. Okay, 50 or 60 is when they start to throw major hurdles at you. Up to that point, the game wants you to proceed because, again, it's kind of a hook. If it's easy enough to get that far, it's more tempting to finish than if it's very hard right from the beginning. You may get discouraged and just stop playing. So make no mistake, this is a money event. This is an event that's going to make Natural Motion lots of money because, let's be honest here, you're not going to be able to get through most of this challenge without spending. Even if you have the cars, you know, to get them built enough, to get the Evo points high enough to get you through, it's going to be tough. Okay. Yes, the Agera RS was a milestone car. Yes, the 1-1's been around as a gold key event. It was a Golden Cup car at one point, and I think that's how I acquired this gold package in the first place. So, and the Jesco is a flash car that you paid a lot of money to get to where it is. So, yes, I have a pretty decent lineup here, and I'm actually in much better starting position than I would say 80% of the players out there. But again, if you're trying to get through this event now, let's say you only have one CSR edition and maybe the goals package from a past event, and you don't have the RS or you don't have the 1-1, you're gonna have to get these. There's just no way around it. And ultimately, there are not that many other Koenigseggs. So either you get them or you don't have them, and you can't finish the event. So this event's gonna be, in my opinion, again, expensive. It's gonna cost real money. It's not an event to jump into if you're a new player. Even if you have one of the cars. But is it worth it to at least do a little bit to try to get somewhere? Sure. It never hurts. But don't expect to run through this event. And don't expect the event to be easy either. That being said, an interesting tidbit, which I will get into more details once the event's live and I'm running them, the Ghost Edition actually is a little bit less of a performer than the regular CSR Edition for whatever reason. It's not that it's a bad car, but it is much harder to tune the Ghost for speed traps than it is to tune the CSR edition part for part on an equivalent level. So keep that in mind. If you have a regular CSR edition and you can lock that in, you eventually probably have to lock in the ghosts anyway if you don't have like multiple CSR editions like I do. Then it's it's a toss up which one you want to use. Personally, if I'm allowed to, I'm going to lock in uh, two CSR editions rather than building a ghost package. This one's on a what they call a TNT tune, so it's not very upgraded, but it's very effective with the low performance point high evo. This one's fully maxed because I've had it since 4 years ago or 3.5 years ago. So that's what you're looking at. Tough on fusions, tough on getting the car, tough probably to tune them for the right speed trap challenges. But these are this is going to be an interesting event. It's going to be interesting to see how quickly people get through. Now, obviously, top tier players that have been around a long time probably have all these cars and probably have them built pretty well. Guys who can magically get stuff will get through the event very quickly as well. So we're going to see plenty of people, on the first day of the event posting up, oh, I finished, here's the maxed absolute. It's all great and all, but let's be realistic that this is not going to be an easy event. It's not going to work out for a lot of players. The absolute, by the way, is being shown by pre-released information that it is probably going to be the new fastest car in the game. It probably will also end up sometime in the future in some kind of showdown. That's just a pattern I've seen. So getting the car, I'm sure you'll use it in the future as well. That a side point to that is the regular Jess code from the Flash event is actually a very good live racer and also a high evo point car. So keep those things in mind. I mean, Koenigsegg actually has some very decent cars, but again, they're just really, really hard to build. So if you're going to go for this event, put aside a low cash because you're probably going to need it, and good luck. I mean, that's all we can do. One thing to always keep in mind: you do not have to do any event in the game other than milestone and daily cups. If all you want to do is collect some cars and you don't want to spend money, you can play the game free. None of these Fast and Furious, Supercar Science, none of these events are necessary. They're just nice if you have the cars, or if you're a collector, if you pursue that completion thing, then you will spend money and you will do what you have to do. But again, none of these events are absolute must-dos, and there's no shame in skipping them if you want to just play for free. And as good as some of these cars may sound in game, or as cool as they look, they're not going to make or break a free player's game in the long run. It really doesn't make that much difference. Okay, so Supercar Science, I will be tackling it. I have pretty strong hopes that I can make it through. It really comes back down to how difficult the actual challenges are. And if we do start seeing specific challenges being extremely difficult one way or the other, expect follow-up videos from me to discuss that. Well, thank you for joining me for this video. Feel free to ask questions. If you like my videos, please leave a like. Or if you like this video, please leave a like. And please subscribe so you can get notifications. As always, thank you for watching my videos. I'll catch you next time.